This is Craig Miller from 670 The Score, 670thescore.com/boxing. I'm here with Bobby Hitz. He's putting on a card tomorrow night. Bobby's got a phone call right now. You going to take it?
No.
All right.
Wait, hold on. Just phone. Hello. Listen, I'm doing a radio interview right now with my dearest friend Craig Miller from 670 The Score, so I got to call you right back, right? Yeah, I got to call you right back. All right.
Bobby's putting on a fight card tomorrow night at the Horseshoe Casino. A loaded card, started with Andrei Fedosov and Dimar Ortiz, who are not facing each other. They're both on separate cards.
Right. Andrei's in the main event. Dimar's in the co-feature. Andrei's in a really tough fight with Darnell Dingling Wilson. I purposely picked him because I know Dingling's going to make Andre fight. And I want to see how he does. And if we pass that test, we got a big fight in June. Big major fight in June for him. So it's an important fight tomorrow.
Right. Before we go along, can you talk about what happened in the last fight? I mean, judges, I think, screwed it up again. They had a problem, understanding the correct language. Teddy Atlas was all over the judges, the referee again. Tell me what happened last fight in New York.
Oh, in Turning Stone, yeah. Donatas Bondaravas was in a great fight with Brian Vera, the number one contender. The winner of that fight goes on to fight for the world title. We were a 15-1 underdog, which I liked being in that position because I knew what we're capable of. And Donatas went in there and really punched the shit out of him for the whole fight. I mean, the only judge to have it the right way we were up by three rounds, which was a very accurate score. The other two guys, were the duel, and they're looking for their third brother. They're part of the Three Blind Mice. There are two of them for the Three Blind Mice. Anyways, what really got us was the referee. I mean, Donatas doesn't have a tremendous grasp of the English language, speaks a very, very, very hard broken English, and the referee didn't understand what he said. And, he said he could see, and he said he can't see, but the way he pronounces can, it sounds like can't. I don't know how he says it, but yeah. It was a language barrier that us.
I know you were pretty hot after the fight. Now, I was able to interview him before the fight, I think a month prior, and he's got that thing on his nose that he can't get rid of. It's always going to bleed anyway. Right. How much of it is a disadvantage is that when you go into a fight?
Well, anytime you step in the ring and the other guy has two hands, it's a disadvantage because they're going to punch you. But, that thing started bleeding in the dressing room. So, going in, but we didn't figure it would be a factor because it's low on his nose. It's not going to affect it. It's not going to affect his breathing. It's just going to be a lot of blood. And, right now we're in the process of getting it surgically repaired, and we want to move on. We got a big fight in June planned for him also. Hopefully the surgery comes out successful, we'll be able to go on. But I think Brian Vera, really should, give us a rematch, or at least, because he wants to think what he did. He didn't open up that cut. He had nothing to do with it, and we really did great in that fight. And I'm a big fan of Brian Vera's, but I was really shocked at his position after the fight, like actually thinking he did something. That was all probably just trying to, prep himself up because he knew that he failed miserably that night.
Right, and Teddy Ellis agreed with a lot of that. Your fight tomorrow night, April 20th. Tell me about some of the undercards of that fight.
I'm excited to see the time bomb Frankie Scalise. He's an all-action kid, one of my favorites. Fidel Navarrete making his pro debut with his manager, Mike Saracola, one of the best managers Chicago has to offer. He can't get this guy any publicity or nothing, but that's why he come with me. I get him all the publicity. Even his own, kind of like a cousin, wouldn't help him out, but I got him help. So I'm happy for that to happen. We know what we're talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
See what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
Anyways, Dimar Ortiz, Antonio Canas, he's coming back after that great fight with Adrian Granado, so I'm expecting big things from him. Roy Navarro making his pro debut. That's a really big show. My memory isn't that good. I got a good memory. It's just short. Who else we got? I can't see that good either.
Johnny Dieterman.
Yeah, he's not fighting because his opponent, there was something with the medicals that didn't jive right. A signature or something was out of place, or they thought maybe it was, I don't know, something happened. So he's off the card. We got him back in June. We'll be back June 8th here at the Horseshoe with a big show. So
that's all right. She's allowed. She's good looking enough. She helps
I'm cuter
us.
than you, that's why.
Right.
So it's going to be a really nice show. Who else did I miss? Oh, Roy, Antonio Canas. I said him. Nick Ramirez are my welterweight kids in a good fight with Chad McKinney. It's just going to be a great night of boxing, man.
Last time I talked with you, you were in New York for the Donatis fight, and you talked about going to the Governor Quinn,
right,
to get rid of Nancy Ilg, who is the head of the athletic commission. Now,
she's the head of something, I don't know what.
Well,
Head's the operative
and
word.
you were great last time I interviewed you. She doesn't really have any background in boxing,
no,
and you want to get rid of her and put somebody in there that actually knows. Would you be interested in that job?
Yeah, well, no, I couldn't make enough money, but yeah, I would be interested just to right the ship for sure. The bottom line is you need to have someone from the industry or someone at least spend an apprenticeship. I mean, a judge has to do his apprenticeship, through the amateurs and whatnot, the referees. Everybody else has to. Does it make sense that the person who's in charge has no apprenticeship? It doesn't make any sense. So to me, it's just crazy. That's why I like being here. I like being back here June 8th. We're going to have my new guy, Mike Hollywood Jimenez, on the show. That's why I'm glad to be here right now. I hope things get straightened out in Illinois. I'd like to be back in my hometown. But, if you can't be with the one you love the one you're with. And I love the Horseshoe Casino. Horseshoe Casino. I love the Horseshoe.
Well, what do you do? What do we do next? You sign petitions? What could possibly be done?
Call your state senator. Call Obama. Let Obama do something. He's busy. Yeah, everybody got to do something because it's just criminal, and not criminal in the literal sense. It's criminal that there's not more good, positive things coming out of Illinois because we travel in this business, and all the well-known boxing people really give Illinois poor marks. It's really embarrassing to say I'm from here because they have nothing nice to say about our commission, how they're treated, about the officials. It's just really bad. It's bad.
Well, Bobby, I even talked to Bob Arum, and I brought this up to him. He actually mentioned your name. He says, every time I go into Chicago, I get killed there. And maybe you're right. This is the best venue to go watch a match. This is not Chicago. It's not Illinois. This is Northwest Indiana. But this is the best place to see a boxing match. And Bob Arum agreed.
And the other guys say to me, like, well, how come you're doing shows and and you don't do them in Illinois, but the other guy has no problems? The other guy has no options. What's he going to do? He needs to have 4 or 5 guys to prop him up, to put him in business. I'm a guy by myself doing my thing in a place that works well with us. It's a good business relationship. I have options. There's no options on the other end.
Right.
So to me, they can deal with the I'm not going to because I don't have to, and I'm smart enough to know when I'm being around and I'm tired of it. Can I say that?
Yeah, I'm going to edit it.
Oh, really?
No, I'm going to edit it. You can't say it.
But I'm just really tired of the nonsense. I mean, I work really hard at what I do. I have my own money. I don't have partners. I don't have 4 or 5 guys, other promoters put me in business. I do my own thing by myself, and I work really hard at it as my staff does. And you know what? The last thing I need is someone to steal my money like that commission has stolen my money the last 2 fights that I've had to cancel. It cost me to lose tens of thousands of dollars, made the fighters not pay, make the taxpayers have to pay for the burden of these people being in office. Something has to change. Governor Quinn, you got to change this. You got to put these people out and put someone good in there because enough is enough, and I've had enough. And you know what you know because you don't know because I know, and you don't know, but I know what you know.
I guess well said. A lot of people agree with you. Now, since you brought up Dominic Pasoli, I was able.
I didn't bring anybody up. I'm just saying the name.
Well, I was able to interview Dominic Pasoli.
Who?
Dominic Pasoli. He says he's going to put on a fight in August at U.S. Cellular Field. Nothing has been official, but he says that's the plan, to put on a fight card at U.S. Cellular Field, maybe try to get 12 to 15,000 people in there. What do you think about that idea?
I'm a Cubs fan, so it really doesn't matter to me. I'm a Cub fan.
But, I mean, Bob Arum did put on a good show with Miguel Cotto and Yuri Foreman in New York at Yankee Stadium. It worked out for him. I don't know how it will work out here.
All the dynamics have to be there. It's an aggressive idea. I don't know. I mean, it's not. They're not the first to come up with the idea. Back when that building was first opened, we were doing a Hector Macho Camacho fight there, and I was going to do the show there. And once we got into it, and I was dealing with, with the powers to be there, and the economics, it just didn't make sense to do it. And we had Macho Camacho, and I was there for opening day, and we were part of the festivities and the whole 9 yards. So this isn't a new idea. Hate to tell you guys, you didn't come up with it. Like most of the ideas that you do are all mine anyways. You use my ideas anyways. I'm going to send you a bill for consulting you how to be in business. That's the second part of it. But more importantly, it didn't make economic sense for me to do it, even with the name of like Hector Macho Camacho, so who was very popular at the time. So that building's been there, what, 15 years?
Yeah,
more than that, 20 years.
Stadium about 20 years.
20 years. So this is this is a long time ago.
Right.
So and we had a very aggressive plan because the people that were involved, I was involved with them in Detroit. It goes back to a long line of relationships. And when we sat down and did the numbers, liars figure and figures don't lie. It just didn't make sense. Because, I just have my thoughts about a project that big and, got a lot of balls to do it. So God bless you. I'm a Cub fan.
I got you. Bobby, I've seen your card here probably 5-6 times. You always put on a great show. The fans always come out. Good luck to you tomorrow night, April 20th, Saturday. We're going to post this right tomorrow night. We're going to, tweet it out, Facebook it, and hopefully we get a good crowd and hopefully it's a good event.
Mitch, come on. How about like a Sunday night, the Craig and Bobby show? Give us a little gig. Come on. I've been talking to you years about it. I think we work well together. The Craig and Bobby show, the boxing show, something. Come on. We'll work out something. We'll go have lunch next week and we'll talk about it. Thanks for the tweet, Mully and Hanley. Thank you. Thanks for the score, the best sports station in the Chicagoland area.
Thanks, Bobby. Thanks, Bobby. Good luck tomorrow night.
Right. Thank you. I keep pointing. Thank you. And don't forget, June 8th, Horseshoe Casino. Mike Hollywood Mendez, possibly another big guy and other big people. And Mike Saracola in the co-feature.